Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Slay the Princess. So, what I figured out from the first part? Obviously, we all knew that there were going to be a lot of alternative endings. It kind of said that in the Steam page. However, somehow I figured out that she was an entity. The princess is a vessel, and all the different paths that we create shape her. It's very odd, but it shapes her. So I'm going to continue playing this game kind of the way that I am playing it now. Well, not the way that I was playing it before. Before I was just being me. However, I'm going to try to figure a lot of things out and a lot of paths out. That's what I'm going to do. So for the first one, I am going to listen to the narrator. I totally forgot to bring the blade, first of all. That was my big oopsie. So I'm going to bring the blade this time. So just wait right there. I'm going to remain quiet. This part, I'm going to remain quiet. I'm not going to say absolutely
you make your
nothing.
Way up the short.
So I have, I'm one person. I'm one person with two minds in my head. And then something happens to when you die. And then you have three voices in your head. I'm just going to go up to the cabin. I'm not talking at all. Not a word. Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Now she's going to look in.
You walk down the stairs.
Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then?
Nope.
Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I haven't talked at all. I'm not going to drop the blade. I'm going to slay the princess. Let's make a quick save. Hold on. Now, the reason I'm going to make this save is because I'm going to slay the princess. If I see that it's the same ending as the one before where she pulls a knife and kills you, I'm going to have to do the other option.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
Huh?
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
No.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
There was no knife coming for us this time.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
No. I can't even click on the other options. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That was too easy. I can't click on the other options. Of course it is. She's dead.
Yes, exactly.
Aww.
It's over.
That's
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Oh no, well, we want to do something terrible. Trust me on this.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in. and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
I'm not having no...
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
This is odd.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
Already?
Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
What happened?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Did he just trap me in an endless void? Oh, he trapped me with the princess. That's bullshit. Let me out of here. Okay. I can't keep quiet this time. Oh, that's bullshit. Let me out of here.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
But I listened to him, and this is how he repays me?
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades.
I'm still trapped.
It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
I'm fudging trapped.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Do you have any ideas how to get us the heck out of here? Of course we are. I like it here. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
Does that mean that we have to go down there with the princess?
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Oh yeah, I was definitely not gonna like that.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
He's right. It's the only way out.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
No, he has a point. We still have a lot of stuff to do.
Don't you dare.
Oh, we're doing it. Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
No, I trust you. I trust you. I know it will.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Now you didn't want me to be happy. No, I want to go. I was thinking of sticking it out, but I kind of want to go down there. I want to see how the body is. I'm not gonna like it, but I'm curious. I'm just curious.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world?
No.
An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
No. You know why? Because she's not dead. I know this for a fact. She's not dead. I killed the princess and something happened that's down there. So, I couldn't save the world, and the only solution he could see was basically trap us in the cabin. be trapping her inside because he didn't think that she would pull something. That's my guess.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
He's not gonna like it. He's not gonna like it, so he's gonna do something.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Oh, thank God she's not covered in maggots. I hate maggots.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Yay. Are you serious?
The end. Nice knowing you.
Are you serious? Aw. Wait, the Spectre. Hold the phone. Let's see. But I killed myself. Should I continue asking questions? Or should I do the same thing over again? However, if I do the same thing over again, she's going to remember this and she might stab me. She might stab me. If I turn around and leave, those weird hands will come after me. So what if I just proceed to the cabin? Like, just go along with it.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything.
Alright, same
she
thing.
Won't be a problem.
The voice of the cold. That's new. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to continue to slay her again. I'm going to be cold.
The interior of the cabin is
cold. Oh my God.
A soft odor of dirt permeating the air.
Now this is different.
Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
We don't even talk at all. We're just going to basically be very cool. Alright. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Not yet.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Onto the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
It would. It really would.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally.
She's still dead?
As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
What the hell? Is it because we killed her the first time and the narrator didn't catch that or something?
Okay. She's definitely dead.
She's dead.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Ooh.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
Well, that's new.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Something's off. Something's off again.
Ghost!
Well, duh.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
It's a good question. It's a really good question.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Oh, that's cold. I mean, literally, that's cold. That's... literally, this is the voice of the cold. That's cold. This is very tricky. Should we be cold and heartless and slay the princess? Or should we wait and see how things play out? I want to be cold. I really do want to be cold. You know, I don't know if making saves at this point is worth it, because I want to continue playing this game and take different options without having to go back and load it before. I want the game to... I don't know if the game will record the options I make throughout the gameplay. Because if I click, you know, slay the princess, something might happen, yada yada. And then if we go back and relive it again, I want to pick it again as wait and see how things play out. I do not know if it's going to process, you know, that you already slayed her before, and this will come up with a whole bunch of different stuff, you know. But I want to wait and see how things play out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
Let's just slay the princess again.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me. Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Alright. Let's see here. What can I do? If I knew I have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have to slay you.
And if I knew you were going to murder me without even knowing who I was, I wouldn't have given you the chance. We all make mistakes.
I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different?
You don't look dead, Killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
Yeah, I don't think she's asking. I think she'll do it.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
What if I say no?
Then I won't hitch a ride.
That doesn't make sense. So you won't hitch a ride if I say no, or you can't catch a ride.
I'm sure you'd like to know. It's a shame I won't tell you.
Of course.
But it'll be easier for both of us if you just let me in. And doesn't it sound nice?
No.
Maybe for her, but it's crowded enough in here as is.
Yes, it is.
You won't have to feel guilty anymore. If you even do feel guilt.
What if I let her in? Is she going to become a voice in my head? And will this carry on to the next gameplay? Because that would be kind of interesting, though.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
He does make a point, though. Does make a point.
That is a very dangerous train of thought.
But I am kind of curious, though, if she will carry on to the next life. If I let you in, do I still get to be in control?
Sure. Why not?
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
I know, right?
I can't believe you're even entertaining her right now. I mean, just look at her. Do you think she has good intentions for her murderer's body? Of course she doesn't.
Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over.
She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
I'm not cold, I'm just dumb. I'm just a big, dumb, stupid idiot. Stupid. What was I thinking just believing what I was told?
Oh, cut it out. You don't need to be so pathetic.
I couldn't help myself choosing that answer.
Sure. Did that make you feel better?
Not really. I just wanted to choose it. Shit, everyone sounds disappointed in me. I should grovel even more.
No, you're not doing that.
That's right. Don't you dare grovel. Mine is the only opinion that matters, and I'll never be disappointed in you. So long as you do as I say.
Yo, you were disappointed in me. You freaking took control over me. Well, were you going to end the world?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
What are you going to do if I help you get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt.
Oh, please haunt me. I would love to see if she haunts me in the next one.
Maybe I'll haunt you.
That's actually what I want. I'm curious. I am so curious to see if she would possess me, haunt me, and become a next voice on the next run, you know?
Question. Asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when that someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
You didn't answer my question. Do you want to end the world?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
But why? Why would you want to leave? You still didn't answer my question. Even if you don't want to end it, does letting you out of here means the world is going to end?
It does.
Says you.
We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
Thank you.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think.
Yeah, you're another fragment of the entity's vision, something like that, to create something.
But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
After I killed you, this cabin, I want to say it teleported. It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
I don't care. I want answers.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it?
Oh, you're a big dum-dum. She's being sarcastic as hell.
She doesn't mean it.
You see?
It serves you right.
You see?
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest. It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
I don't care, lady. I want you to answer more questions for me. I killed you. What are you doing not being dead?
I don't feel very bad. But I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me. Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are? Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead.
Oh, just calm yourself. We're not dead.
Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely. See, this is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death...
Oh, oops. I pressed the wrong thing. I was so busy. I'm sorry about that, everyone. Death is not just a concept. It's an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort your reality. Cold, hard facts exist. The truth exists. It has to. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that and it wouldn't be hard to do it again.
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again.
We're gonna keep dying again and again. Get over it, dude.
If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
Hey, narrator, remember, keep this YouTube friendly, please.
Like I said, I just want to go home.
Do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you.
Alright, I think this is the
unfinished
same.
business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest, and not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper, a nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Your body's right there, though, your dead body.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones, or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
If you can go through walls, can't you just leave on your own?
I wish that's how it worked, but this place won't let me go.
Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time.
Well, yeah, you brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
I mean, yeah. The knife could have been for anything.
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer, especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
Alright, she has a point there. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me?
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's a ghost. Ghosts can't hurt us.
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out. Who's to say, really?
I doubt it.
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who to trust.
I don't know who to trust either. Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts?
She might be making it hard for us to kill her body, but those bones look very, very real. Maybe breaking them breaks her.
Oh, that's a thought.
Or maybe burying them would put her to rest.
Oh, that's the wimpy way.
Don't take any piece of her outside of this cabin. Maybe you should stop looking for loopholes and try harder to actually slay her. But we are trying.
Oh, okay. What about if we smash her bones?
Push through the princess and rush the pile of bones on the floor, swinging your fist down and smashing through what remains of her ribcage. The ancient bones splinter, then crumble, reduced to dust almost instantly.
Those bones aren't me. I'm me. But you've made it obvious that you don't want to help.
Yeah, so you're gonna possess me now?
All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then...
Yes?
Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Step away.
You do your best to pull away, but it's as if her arm, embedded in your body, is rooting you in place.
Leaving so soon?
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
Did she actually do it?
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Oh. Slay the princess.
You swing your blade towards her
man.
brief corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too
Oh
late.
man.
In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart.
And crushes it.
We get her?
No.
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh shit! We got a chapter 3, everybody!
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her again.
Oh shit! We got a chapter 3. Huh.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
The voice of the cheated is here now.
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this.
So we
There's
have
got to be a right answer.
the narrator, we have the voice of the cold, the voice of the hero, and now the voice of the cheated. I think I should save.
That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory.
Alright, go right ahead.
Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
Oh, I started over a couple of times already.
Well, we didn't have to start over.
That's true.
We killed ourselves.
That is also true.
And why, pray tell, did you do that?
To escape.
Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us.
That is very, very true right there.
That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
You did. You call that a happy ending.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy?
No.
Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring.
It was boring.
It was bullshit.
I agree.
So you killed yourself?
Yes.
And then she killed us.
Yep.
Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
I'm with the voice of the cold on this one. You know something? Hold on. I already saved. Yeah, I already saved. Okay. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another
She
option.
finds a way out on her own. Ugh, of course she does. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's gotta be better, right? No, it's strictly worse.
Are these like all clues on what to do?
But she can't kill us out here. Why would staying out of killing distance be worse if she's getting out regardless? Because it's cowardly, for starters, and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong. More rules, more rhetoric. Since when is there a wrong way to slay her? I'm sick of it. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
That's how I feel too. And why should we help you? All you're going to do is lock us away forever again.
I won't do that. I promise.
You did.
Oh yeah, sure. That changes everything.
Exactly.
I mean, he did promise.
Promise means nothing, according to the narrator.
And you believed him?
Thank you. This is a question that I have been curious about. Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no.
Curious.
That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
Alright, so that does answer more questions I had.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
I believe it, I guess. I mean, I kind of believe it. A little bit.
I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
You know something, Voice of the Cold? That's something that I have been curious about myself. Can we kill the narrator? Because I feel like if we kill him, something will happen, you know?
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
No, that's something I want to do. That's something that I want to do. We've been killed. We've killed her and been killed by her. And neither of those things have gone quite well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever.
But am I remembering exactly what happened before, though?
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. How convenient, everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him, makes me want to end the world out of spite. On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
I'm starting to think I'm the voice of the cold in real life, because that is something that I was just thinking about. It's all curiosity, you know. I'm gonna proceed to the cabin because I want to see something about the princess.
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free.
That is a fact right there. That's a fact.
Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Ooh, it does sound like someone's about to crack, though. Are you trying to reverse psychology on me and have you just give
There's
up?
obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue.
Now I kind of feel bad. I feel a little bad, but I wanna do it.
Would you look at that? We won.
It's a little odd.
Take it however you will.
Is he going to try and control us like last time, though?
The interior of the cabin is long
Oh.
and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange.
No, this is strange, though.
What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Does he not see the mirror at all? Wait a minute. Is this mirror... The mirror, I looked at it last time, made me see my true reflection. Not only that, but I was able to speak with the entity. Is this the entity's way of communicating with me without the narrator seeing itself?
Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of this hallway and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here?
You see what I mean here? He can't see the mirror.
Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works. You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
I know I'm being watched.
We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
Ooh.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
What knife?
Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice?
You always have a choice.
Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time.
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade?
Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
If I even say this at all, she's just going to be snarky about it. I'm a victim and all this too. But I want to see if I can try to talk to her about the narrator and, I don't know, do something about it. I want to see if I can do that right now.
And sometimes victims become the same as their victimizers. Just because someone hurt you doesn't mean you get a free pass.
I don't care, lady.
You should be grateful that I still have a use for you. Being mine is more than you deserve, really.
I thought you couldn't possess me on your own. I thought I needed to agree to it.
That was then. This is now. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
No, I want to continue talking.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long
Oh
hallway
my
as the rest of the
God.
princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake, eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. So cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Oh, no. Okay. So, this is getting a little bit more curious now.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know.
Oh, okay. Now this is what I wanted.
Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
And how do you do that? You don't have a will to wield. Your soul is in brain of courage.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Now this is the dumb mistake she did. She basically broke my foot. How the hell am I supposed to escape slouching, basically?
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Yes, but I have more time now to make decisions. I hope. Throw your body into the abyss. That's what I want.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
You and the narrator are gonna have to duke it out.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter.
Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Even if you throw yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall and fall.
What an end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing.
I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
But I want to know what he thinks happens now. Oh, and why is that?
You should pay better attention to your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me.
All right. I want more answers now.
He's gone. But
Okay, this is what I wanted to know. Terminal velocity seizes you and feels something amass, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
I don't know. Oh! It's the entity again. But you don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Look her in the mirror again and speak with the entity.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It is.
It's going to do something to us. I can feel it.
It is.
You don't need to comfort them.
It's the end for you, but not for me.
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
What if I did something bad?
So you're the real puppet master here? Can't believe I tried to help.
Fine, be that way. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. All right, here we are again.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
For some strange reason, she's more prettier in this form. Kinda like it.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you can say feels like a riddle. Can you give me what does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
I want to know. Actually, no, I kind of want to thank her, though. I kind of want to thank her. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. When can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
So how can I take the paths that are untread? That's what I want to know. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
Oh.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay, this is very, very curious now. So what she's basically telling me is, what is this game about? That there are no wrong answers. It's something that we already knew. There are no wrong answers in the game, and each time I play a new one, it's a new perspective. I'm not comprehending how this is working, but it's very fascinating to me, to be honest. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
So you don't have any preferences on how you like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I cannot be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Oh my goodness, that thing always gets me. Everything goes dark and you die. Alright. Alright, there's a lot of
You're
vessels
on a
to
path
get to
in
her.
the woods. You're here.
Alright, so there's a lot of options that I have to bring her. So far as what I know, I believe I brought her 2 bodies. I'm not too sure. Whoever knew this game will get harder and harder. Just all the constant, thinking and everything. The end of the world. So I have to choose answers. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society. While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Really?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
That's funny.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I mean, in this game, I could be. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Alright, let's do this one.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Oh, do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
But how would I even know? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
And what is it? Can you tell me what my price is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I want to know. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to
I guess
face.
we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Maybe I should... I want to see something right here.
You take the blade from the table.
Alright,
It'll
let
be
me
rather
just
difficult
skip
to slay
this
them.
now. Into the basement. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, let me just say this one. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
Fine.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
I don't know. I just feel like something could go differently. But I just don't know how to get there, you know?
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
What relationship? Are you coming? Oh, man. Yep. I will definitely say something like this. A relationship. Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
That's not really how it works, lady. It just means that we're strangers. That's... that just means that we're strangers, you dumbass. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
She's a bit meaner now.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
No, I want to hear her.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Not really. How are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Nobody
That doesn't
will.
sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
What do you mean?
Right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I don't know if this is going to come out differently or if it's going to come out the same. But let's just say I'll get her out of there.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Alright, this is getting trickier now. This is getting trickier because this is the same situation just happened before.
Is someone else here?
Almost a little bit differently, but instead the fact is that she was a bit more nicer.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Of course, the narrator locks us down here.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh boy, either I'm not gonna like this or I get something differently. Please let it be something differently.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Okay.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Shit, this is the same thing as before. What can I do differently this time?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Okay, let's try to slay the princess.
You bring the blade
Ooh,
down and plunge it into the
backstabber.
princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one.
Really?
But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air. But she's ready for it. She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice. You drop the blade,
Ooh.
pathetically. She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker.
How is she this strong?
There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now, adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Do I have
You're on
something
a
different
path
now?
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, I'm gonna say she's going to kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
So now we have a new voice.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you. Let's say for a moment
Okay,
that this really
so
is
hold
the
on.
second time. You died last time, which probably only happened. Of course we
Here we go.
died. She didn't feel pain. She didn't feel much of anything, did she? And she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die.
This is true.
What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
That's the thing.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
It's gonna happen
Do you
again.
think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything just like I told you she would? If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains, and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end.
That's an idea right there.
Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Gee, thanks for the pep talk.
Just be quick about it.
Let me see. Are these all going to be... Ah, here's one. Here's one that's new. To quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat the living daylights out of me with her bare hands?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin and you'll be fine.
Yeah, right.
Or we could pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
That's a thought. That's a thought.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
I mean, who doesn't love a dominant mommy?
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
I mean, I kind of like that, to be honest.
People locked her in that
Okay,
place,
so that's the same one over again. So we're just gonna say that's all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin. Lie, she will cheat.
Okay, that's the same thing over again.
In her power to stop dying.
Oh, oops. My bad. Lying, cheating. What would she even bother? She didn't even do anything like the last time.
She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
I want to listen to the whiner this time.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
No. Stick around. Stick around.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I'm gonna keep looking in the mirror just in case.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
Yeah.
We don't feel small. We are small. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
I know, the narrator can't see the mirror.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
What the hell?
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
No, she wasn't. Good thing I took a blade.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you,
What the hell?
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
What?
Drop it.
Drop it.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor.
Oh my.
We didn't have to do that. And yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
I do want to know, to be honest. I feel like something's up. Let me save this because I feel like this could be something different, you know? Hold on. Okay, yeah. So I just saved it here just in case I mess up. Because I feel like this could be something huge, you know? I can feel like this could be something huge for the entity.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Oh my. Kneel.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
All right.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her, and if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
What will you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Now, what am I going to do now? What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Just answer the question, lady.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
I'm not pledging myself to her. I'm not going to help you end the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. All right, so I want to see something. Hold on. I could do something. Hold on.
I say...
She's going to kill me again.
Need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Okay, I think she's going to kill me again.
Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No.
No objections here.
What?
I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade.
Really?
As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but then manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Why aren't these explore options available? That's what I want to know. What are you going to try and make me do with it? I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand. Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No. Pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand!
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
I hate you. I hate you so much, all of it. Stop making me do things. I'm going to kneel here forever.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
End this?
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
No, I can't. Slay the princess versus slay yourself.
You can't just slay yourself. You're perfectly healthy and capable, and all you have to do is ignore her and do what has to be
Do you not see the
done.
options?
The blade and the hand that wields it remain firmly locked in place until you change your mind and decide to do literally anything else.
Look at you quaking against my will. An ant defying a god. It's pointless to resist. In the end, everything submits to oblivion. But you're not the one resisting me, are you? There's something else in there.
Is she becoming wise with the narrator now?
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
Oh.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
Oh, okay.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh, she became smart. That's what I've been trying to do all along. I was trying to make her smart enough to find a narrator.
You bring the blade to your neck. You slice through soft flesh, severing veins and arteries. Your blood flowing freely down your body. It's a painful lesson in obedience, but the pain won't last forever.
Wow.
No.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
We will. I promise.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, shit! What did I do?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path... Oh, let me guess. At the end of that path is a cabin.
The narrator is reborn again.
Excuse me? This is the third time we've been here, and this is
Paranoid.
a path in the woods. It's all big and weird. Another witness to her radiance. Her hour is soon upon us.
What?
I'm here to keep him in check. I'm sick of prying fingers digging around in our head, and he's making it all too easy for them to get in. This is bad.
This is bad indeed.
Oh, is it now? I hadn't noticed. Do you need a primer, Mr. Amnesiac? No, I'm quite all right, but if all of you would take a moment to settle down, there's something important I'd like to get across to you before it's too late. Is it about the princess? We already know all about the princess. Not to be trusted, that one. No, I mean, yes, it's about the princess, but whatever you think I'm going to say, it's probably not that. You're not to be trusted either.
Oh.
Look, fine, just out with it already, yeah? But if I hear the words, "You're here to slay her," or "If you don't, it will be the end of the world," you've lost speaking privileges. You two are just wasting your time. It's all going to end when we open that cabin door, which means it's already all over. What's the point of dawdling when the end is already written? Okay, that nonsense he's going on about, that's what we need to talk about. You've been here before, obviously. So you have met us. Because boy, were you in denial about that last time. No, I haven't met you, but reality is clearly falling apart at the moment, and the only reason that would happen is if you knew things you weren't supposed to know.
Hold the phone.
What the hell are you talking about?
I thought you don't remember every time you warp into a new reality.
He's talking about those weird marble trees and how wrong everything looks. Yes, exactly. Whatever you did before gave her far too much power. So you've got to cut it out, get to that cabin and slay her before things get any more out of hand. We've built a new god, and she is limitless.
I'm sorry, what?
Our thoughts doing that. Make her small, make her small, make her small, make her small. Shit! What if I'm doing it wrong? What if I'm making her even stronger? Do you hear those two, with their runaway thoughts? I'm only giving you the sliver of information I'm giving you now because things are already deep in the shitter. This was my last card to play, and it looks like it's already made things worse. So hurry, cabin, now.
Okay, now hold on. I have so many questions.
And right now you have neither the time nor the mental acuity to handle a single response. It's now or never.
What am I?
As you finish your inane question, the ground quakes beneath your feet. You feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees start to sway and then crumble, breaking apart as everything is drawn towards the cabin. Even the earth beneath you seems to shift, your feet unable to grip solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
What's going on?
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
Stop believing everything you hear. We just have to get our thoughts in order. We just have to think straight. Any, words of warning? You already know everything you need to know. As you step forward, the cabin explodes.
What the heck?
Flung backwards, violently slam into a tree as debris rains down around you.
Oh no. What did I do? What the? Wow!
In parallel as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you.
Whoa, shit! What did I do? I was just...
The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts. Trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
Wait. Hold on a phone, though. The entity.
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark. Your pristine blade. It's now or never.
But why? Why? Take the blade.
Yeah, screw all of this. I'm with you. A real god wouldn't need us as part of her plan.
You'll never make it to her. And even if you do, what could you possibly hope to accomplish?
We'll do what we were always supposed to. We'll take this blade and we'll sink it into her heart. Look at the way everything's being flung around her. If we just throw ourselves in her direction... I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe none of this is real. Maybe we can do whatever we want to do. With a forceful tug, you yank the blade out from the tree. You close your eyes and take a deep breath, and for a moment you can feel everything around you, like you're a part of everything. And then your eyes open, settling on your target. It's time.
I don't even think I can make it to her, to be honest.
You launch yourself towards the princess. You can feel her gravity envelop you, carrying you from the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Even now you defy me. Do it then. Show me what you think it takes to end what's destined to end everything.
Yeah, do it. Show her.
Why do I feel so cold?
Huh? Oh, there's the entity again. Hold on. You do not get the chance to slay her, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
No. Where did she go?
Wait, what?
She's gone. Is this the end of the world? Did she end herself? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Hold on, did the entity get her or no? Because if not, then I might have to restart it. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It will.
It's calling us. And not in a good way. I don't want to look at us.
It's not the end. Whatever on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Can we trust you? A mercy.
Silence has to reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Please let me see the entity. What? You are not in the cabin. She's huge. Just oh my God!
A chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you wanted when we finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, my awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of self-knowledge.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences. You have your responsibilities, and I have mine.
No. So you don't have any preferences on how you like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to contemplate the gifts you bring me.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Does that change you? Does that make it worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse. nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
I'm ready to go back. I want to keep doing this.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Why does that always make me jump? All right.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of
Let's just pause that. Okay, everybody. So, I'm going to leave it off here. I'm thinking of a couple of different routes I can take. So far, 1, 2, 3-ish? 3-ish is path I can think about. Only 3. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I am having a lot of fun with seeing all the different choices, you know? And I'm just trying to think of different routes I can take and different suggestions and, you know, yada, yada, yada. However, I am going to leave that on the next part. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I do hope you enjoy the Divinely God Mommy. And I will definitely see you in the next one. Catch you later, everybody.